We're less than 2 weeks away, and we have another Fact Sheet Friday. In fact, we're at Fact Sheet Friday 10 of 11. Just one more set of fact sheets to go. And then on the other side of the weekend, we'll have the launch of Farming Simulator 25 on November 12th. Unlike last week, we're back to just 4 fact sheets for today's rundown. So let's get right to it. Up first, and it has to be many North American players' favorite new to the game truck, the International Transtar II Eagle. From the Wikipedia article linked in the description, these trucks were in production from 1974 to 1981. We know there will be at least one other international truck coming to the game, and based on the magazine, it seems my hopes for an international scout have been dashed because I'm sure it would have been classified as a car. The cab over design will give this truck a unique look and feel over the Mack Superliner and Mack Anthem, and a bit more in line with the looks of the Volvo FH16. The Transtar will be fairly affordable at $45,000 to purchase and will hopefully come with at least 2 different variants. We see it here with a logo on the door for soaring transport out of Riverbend Springs, and we've also seen in other videos this same truck without a logo. Drivers will need to work it up through the gears with a manual gearbox to get the most out of this 400 horsepower engine, and depending on the load you're hauling, it might reach a top speed of 49 miles per hour. With ground deformation though, players will want to keep somewhat realistic and keep this truck out of the field, given its 8.4 ton weight and the width of the tires, else someone's going to be calling a tow truck. In the fact sheet, we see it here hauling a Fendt tractor using the H550 Bevertail trailer from our second new brand for the day, Brandt. A low loader trailer has a weight of 12.3 metric tons or 27,000 pounds, and based on the website linked again in the description, a payload weight of 55,000 pounds or just under 25,000 kilograms. The trailer has dimensions of being 10 feet wide and 23 feet 5 inches long. The trailer will cost $106,000, and for anyone unfamiliar with this style of trailer, there's the yoke that is attached to the truck, and that disconnects from the trailer just behind the rear truck wheels, and once it's lowered to the ground, your vehicle or implement then drives forward off the trailer. In our second fact sheet for the day, we've got the John Deere S7 Series Harvester. This traditional grain harvester is able to process wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, and long grain rice. While being the smaller of the 2 John Deere harvesters that we have in game, according to the website, it has a larger and more comfortable cab versus the X9. It's still no slouch though, given that it's able to hold 14,100 liters worth of grain. It has to be a good thing that the S7 has front tracks also, because of its weight of 20.4 tons, and as such, we're going to see it has a road speed of just 24 miles per hour. Regardless of the fact that we can see select engines ranging from 547 horsepower to 625, it has a starting price of $381,000. It is shown here using the RDF 35, a 35-foot Draper-style grain header, which will process all but sunflowers and corn. It's the smallest of the 3 John Deere branded grain headers, having a working width of 10.7 meters versus the HD 45X at 13.7 and the HD 50F at 15.2. All 3 of these are Draper-style flex headers that are designed to follow the ground for optimal harvest. Now, before selecting your header, be sure to know the unload pipe length and make sure that it will clear the outside of the header, or it makes for unloading the harvester a very interesting chore. The RDF 35 has a working speed of 6 miles per hour, as most grain headers do, and an additional cost of $105,000. Our third new brand this week on our third new fact sheet. This telehandler has an interesting trick in that the cab raises up so that you'll have the best visibility possible when loading or unloading. While the telehandler was revealed to us quite early in the announcement cycle for Farming Simulator 25, it's not until today that we get some real facts about this interesting vehicle. The Sennbogen 340G has 136 horsepower engine and a top speed of 24 miles per hour. It will be interesting to see if we are speed limited at the cab raised up position or not, because I can see a whole lot of us hollering timber as we tip over. The 340G shares its weight with the Manitou telehandler of the 3 telehandlers that we have seen so far in the game. It has a weight of 9.2 tons. Meanwhile, the Merlot, which is the heaviest of the 3, has a weight of 9.5 tons. But what I really want to know though is what is the reach of all 3? From the website linked in the description, we know that this telehandler can lift 4 tons and has a boom length of 7.7 meters. But of course, we know that the telehandler isn't going to lift 4 tons at full extension. Let me know in the comments below if you think the reach should be part of the telehandler fact sheets. On the 4th and final fact sheet for today, we say that Holmer returns to the game. The Pterodos 4.40 goes back as far as Farming Simulator 17 and 19 while taking a break in 22. We have now the newer model, the 5-40, coming to Farming Simulator 25. The Pterodos 5-40 is exclusively used for sugar beets, or at least with the default in-game header of the HR6. The HR6 has a width of 2.7 meters and a working speed of 6 miles per hour and a cost of $53,500. Meanwhile, the 5-40 harvester will hold 45,000 liters of beets. It's unclear how heavy the loaded harvester will be, but empty, it's looking at 30.1 tons. Now, typically, these types of harvesters will offer crab walk, which can be a great way to have an even level of compaction on the field, as each wheel is offset from the wheels in front of it. In the description, I've got a link to a really cool product brochure that shows several images of various harvesters in crab walk mode. You're sure going to need to harvest a whole mountain or 2 of sugar beets though to pay off the $735,500 debt that this harvester and header will run you. Less than 2 weeks to go at this point, and it's hard to believe that new information is still coming out. Don't forget to check the website for new brands and also click on each brand to see if there are any new things listed, as Giants is updating that page every Friday. Those of you who picked up a copy of the magazine read about the introduction of dynamic pastures, as well as the use of decals on all sorts of things from ground to equipment and buildings in order to customize the appearance and make the game look more diverse, as well as being better optimized. Those are just 2 examples of things that mentioned in the magazine. There were a few more hints that I have ideas on, and I don't want to go long into those at this point, but you can find out yourself by picking up a copy of the print version of the magazine in one of the 12 countries: Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Poland, France, Spain, Luxembourg, Belgium, Italy, Sweden, Denmark, Czech, and the Netherlands. Or anywhere else in the world, you can pick up the digital version of the magazine, which includes 7 different languages. I have an affiliate link in the description. Keep an eye on the channel as well as we move into the final days, as surely there will be more information coming out in the final 6 business days before launch. Maybe this week you heard about a new killer feature that you felt must come to FS25, and now that it has, you're ready to pre-order. You can do that between now and midnight November 12th using my affiliate link in the description. Doing so will get you the MacDon pre-order bonus at no additional cost. The MacDon pack will be available post-launch, but as a paid add-on. The link in the description you can also redeem over at the Giants eShop, so it's open for PC players only. Those looking to collect a physical copy of the game, or maybe looking to pick up the collector's edition, I've got an Amazon affiliate link for you. It's not too late to pre-order it and have it arrive near or on launch day. The collector's edition comes with the base game as well as the MacDon pack, a gold skinned CR11, as well as posters, stickers, and a USB ignition switch, and much more. The collector's edition also comes with an eShop code, so you don't have to have a physical drive, that you can still download the game from Giants. Then lastly, those on PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X or S, you can also use the Amazon link to buy a physical copy for your respective platforms. If you're watching this far, then I think you must have liked the video, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up button before you walk out the door. It does help the video and the channel with recommendations, and we can get all the help with recommendations leading up to my coverage of FS25, which will include map guides, how-to videos on all the new features, as well as a refresh list of videos for all the returning features, and much more. We've made good strides in achieving our goal of 50,000 subs before FS25, but we are tracking a little bit short. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so, as each sub helps us inch closer and closer to that goal, and we have just 11 more days to get there. Until next time, happy farming.